If you want to check out the whole show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Well, let's move on to a game where we have full market out and about. Milwaukee at home to the Mavericks. This opened up at Bet365 at -6, -110. That hasn't moved. It's sixes across the board. There's one book that's come up with a 6.5. Total opens up at 227. We've seen one book drop a 226.5. Mavericks 6-4, 4-3 in the road at the Bucks, 8-4, 5-1 at home. Fiserv 4 Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Mavs 24th in pace, just 98.92 possessions a game. Bucks 7th in pace, 102.25 possessions a game, which is about 4 possessions less than they averaged most of last year. And there was times last year where they would go up in different 5-game swings, because usually that's what I focus on, is last 5 games, and I haven't done that at this point yet. Still looking at full season stats, but there was 5-game swings where they would get up to 111 possessions a game, 112. So 102.25 is actually the lowest possessions a game that I remember in, I would say, at least 2 years. Let's talk about Dallas first. They've won 4 straight. They're winning games despite dealing with COVID issues, coming off a 104-93 win at Charlotte on Wednesday night that saw the return of Kristaps Porzingis. Big Dick Zingis back in action, 16 points in 21 minutes. Luka playing exceptional basketball. He went for 34 points, 13 boards, 9 assists. And this is his Max Kleber tested positive for COVID, and due to protocols, Dwight Powell, Josh Richardson, Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith are all day-to-day, and yet this team rises to the occasion. Bucks have won 3 straight. So 2 nights ago, Wham took them first quarter, Dutch took them first half. I said I'm watching this team, and I just don't know how good they are. They were playing the Pistons. They were 10.5-point favorites. It was in Detroit, and I was like, I can't trust them to cover it. And sure enough, they don't cover it. They lose, or they win 110-101. Don't cover the 10 or 10.5. I stayed off of it completely. They're scoring 120.9 points per game, hitting 49.3% from the field, 41.3% from 3. And Chris Middleton continues to play so well. 21.6 points, 6.3 boards, 5.7 assists. He's hitting 47.1% from 3. Daggers. Drew Holiday listed as probable with an ankle injury. All right, we're going back to Dutch boy fresh here. Mavericks Bucks.
Okay, so when I look at both teams, this is going to be a great game to watch. I think Milwaukee now both teams are actually pretty even to me, except for on the defensive end. Dallas actually has very good defensive stats. They're actually allowing 104 points per game, which is good for second in the NBA. So when I look at it, I think that this number that we're getting with Dallas I think we should take advantage of it. I think it's based on COVID, with the injuries being out. But like we talked about previously, the Mavericks have a deep team. And with Hardaway and now KP coming back, and then, of course, you got Luka, these 3 guys can get it done. You put 2 players around them and go get some boards and play some defense. I mean, they're going to be in any game and probably win most of them. So you're going to give us points. I don't want to take the money line here, but I think we can only look points here. Now, the Mavs are 4-0 ATS in their last 4. 4-0 ATS in their last 4 as an underdog. They're 6-2 in their last 8 ATS versus Milwaukee, and 3-0-2 in their last 5 in the versus Milwaukee as well. And actually 12-3-2 ATS in their last 17 versus Milwaukee. So, Dallas, the trend is Dallas. When you ask me who's playing better basketball, we could pick or choose here. Give me Luka, give me KP coming back, give me Hardaway. I like Hardaway a lot, actually, in this matchup. I'm not going to touch the prop market, but I do like Hardaway a lot in this matchup. And I actually, and I think I expect a lot of points in this game. It does kind of lean towards the under a little bit, but I do think the Bucks might control the pace. And I don't expect the Bucks to sort of say lose here. I expect a close game. But I love the points. And when I look at Giannis, he's averaged 35.5 points his last 4 versus the Mavs. So it is a great matchup for Giannis, which is why I'm not going to take the money line. And I look to see the Mavs with the points, and I'm going to look to take Giannis over in the points and possibly rebounds, depending on what's the better juice. He's averaging 13 to 14 rebounds a game against them as well.
Very interesting breakdown. Okay, well, first off, there is, if you want to pay for the 6.5 on the board at -120. If you just want the 6, I can give it to you a -109 at Resorts Casino. So start there. Would you like the 6.5?
Yeah, I'll take the 6. I'll take the 6 off the top.
6. Okay, so we're gonna start with +6 at -109. Then we go to Giannis props. Do you want to look at points, rebounds?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have props for him?
I do.
Okay. What's I'm gonna focus more on the juice. I got to get these lines down a little bit. What are we looking at? Points
28.5 at -108 to the over.
28.5.
Yeah.
Okay, and the points and rebounds.
Points and rebounds. Here we go. Giannis Antetokounmpo 40.5, and it's just -104 to the over. -120.
Ooh. -104. Yeah, I think he's gonna get some points and rebounds there. Let's take that -104, Jim.
All right. No,
I expect him to go 30 and 15.
No
easy.
Fear.
You tell me. You tell me, Wham. Who's gonna stop Greek the Freak?
Over 40
Who's
and a
gonna
half.
stop him? Huh?
Who's gonna stop him? You know what I mean? I expect the Mavs to keep it close, though. I expect this to be a great game, 1 possession, 2 possession game. But Giannis is gonna get his.
Mavs +6.5 at -109. All right, let's head over and see what Wham Bam has to say about this spot. Let's go. Great game, Mavs Bucks.
Well, I feel like the Bucks are getting a premium here at this -6. So I do lean Dallas here, and a lot of that has to do with what you said about the Bucks earlier on. Not even this show, just beyond. I mean, we already know these guys could easily just flake out and just not produce. As far as Giannis, though, I do like that Giannis prop. The only thing that kind of gets me a little bit worried just because the Bucks team, they don't do really good against the Southwest opponents. I believe they're 1-7, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry, 1-6 in the last 7 games against the Southwest division. And this team, as far as what they're doing on the at home, they're holding opponents to 107 points per game. This Dallas team is holding opponents on the road at 106 points per game. So they're doing some nice defense, like you're saying. I do lean towards this under more than anything, though. I like this under all the way. And a lot of that has to do with just, I believe, if there is a chance for, the Dallas to kind of keep up with this team, it's kind of slowing them down. They don't want the Bucks to go up and down the court. They have the better shooters on the Bucks, to be honest with you. So they don't want them to go up and down the court, getting wide open transition threes and stuff like that. I would probably lean Bucks first half, to be honest. But the only thing I'm leaning here is under, and I haven't really pulled this one yet. I'd have some plays already made that's already written down. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of those that I'm looking here to kind of toss over. I kind of heard Dutch say he liked the over, but it really wasn't nothing that you were really strong about. You kind of would lean towards that under as well, I think. Especially if you like Dallas, bro.
Under 227.5. There's 227. There's a hook at BetMGM and Fox Bet 227 everywhere else. Does that interest you enough to pull the trigger? Or you want to wait on that?
You know what? It does interest me, and I think I've seen it open up at 228 in some places, so it does seem like it is trending down. I'm going to slow up though. I don't want to jump on this because it's not written down, so I'm just going to leave it alone.
I can understand both of Dutch's spots, Mavs +6 and Giannis over 40. But I don't feel confident enough to put my money on the Mavs when they've been digging deep night after night after night and beating teams while struggling with player personnel and COVID issues. And you have to think there could be one spot where they lay an egg.
And this is it.
But
they're clicking right now. They got a great coach. They got a leader in Luka. They're not laying no egg, Jimmy. They're showing up. And this is the team that you've been trying to fade, Milwaukee, all year. This is a spot for you right here. It's probably a money line spot for you. But take the 6 and let's get that bag, bro.
Dutchie on the Mavs +6. This is a no move for me at this point.